Hi everyone, and welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're going to be making another Roblox Piggy custom. So here are the three that I've already made. I have Piggy, we have Bunny, and we also have Mousy. Today we're going to do something a little bit more advanced. We're going to do Ghosty. So Ghosty is a really cool character. He is invisible from the waist down, so in some ways it looks like he's levitating. And I thought we could do this using epoxy resin. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Here are some supplies that we're going to be using in this project. I have some oven baked clay. This one is beige. We're also going to be using composing mold. This is a reusable mold making material. And of course, epoxy resin. And as always, if you're using epoxy resin, make sure to have proper safety equipment. That means gloves and also an organic filter respirator. And I usually like to wear safety glasses too when using epoxy resin. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the sculpture out of clay. Once we have the figure, we can then cast it into a mold using composing mold. So Ghosty to me looks like a bear, so that's what we're going to make. We're going to roll a piece out for the head, make it nice and round. And then we're going to roll a smaller ball out for the snout. And on top, we're going to add a nose. For the ears, we're going to take two small balls and we're going to flatten them a little bit. Then we can attach it on the head as ears. Oh, he's looking really cute. And actually, we can take one of the ears off because Ghosty actually is a pirate and he wears a pirate hat. So we're going to go ahead and make that pirate hat right now. Not really sure what this block is for. I think it's supposed to be a feather. There you go. I think it's supposed to look like this. And now for the body. We're going to take another piece here and we're going to shape it into a T-shaped block. Make a little space for the head. And now we'll make the feet. Here we're adding a crease for the heels of the boot. The boots are done. Let's put them side by side. And we need to make sure the torso is the right size. To finish the bottom of the shirt, we're going to cut a jagged edge. And then blend it into the bottom of the torso. Now we're going to make the left arm, which is just a shirt sleeve. Here is the right arm. Now we're going to put each of the clay pieces into a plastic container. Then taking our melted composing mold, we're going to pour it into the container. Now we're going to wait for the mold to set. This will take about half an hour. While we wait for the mold to dry, let's go ahead and cure the hat and the sword. Instead of an oven, I'm going to use a heat gun. Alright, the mold is solidified. Let's go ahead and take it out. Okay, so here are the various pieces. Let's go ahead and take out the clay. Here's the head. The nose is stuck in there. Okay, here's the nose. I separated the ears, so here's the ear. Here are the boots. And the torso. Let's go ahead and mix our resin. I'm going to split the resin into 2 cups. With the first cup, we're going to add some white ink. We're not going to add too much because a little bit goes a long way, and we don't want it to be completely white. We want it kind of opaque. Taking this white resin, we're going to pour it into the head cavity. And also the arms. And the ears over here. Next, taking just the clear, we're going to pour it into the legs. Taking the next batch of white, we're going to add a little bit of white alcohol ink. Alcohol ink is more transparent than the pigment. And we're going to pour it into the body cavity. Now we need to wait about 10 hours for it to cure. While we wait, we can paint the hat and the sword. Now's the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and demold. Here is the head. Oh, it looks like we left the clay on the nose. And here is the ear. So the pieces are matte because the mold is matte. To make it shiny again, all we have to do is add another coat of clear resin. We'll do this towards the end. Let's go ahead and patch up the nose. We're going to use white UV resin. After curing under the UV lamp, we're going to attach it with clear UV resin. We're going to go ahead and attach the rest of the body parts with UV resin. Now we're attaching the hat also using UV resin. So I just noticed Ghosty's nose is not white, it's actually black. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and using the mold we're going to make him a black nose. Next, using some black paint, I'm going to paint a large circle for the eye, and then we're going to paint a square patch for the other eye. Here we're going to draw a line going from the patch all the way around the head. So this is the string that's holding the patch in place. And finally, we're going to use UV resin and coat the entire figure. This is so that the figure will look nice and glossy. And it also brings out the transparency on the clear parts. Alright everyone, are you ready to see Ghosty? Well, here he is. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look fantastic? That final coat of resin really makes him look so shiny. So up here on the top, you can see that he is mostly white. He has a white head. It's pretty opaque, so you can't see through it. He has his little pirate hat on and his little eye patch. Down here on his torso, he is also mostly opaque, so he's not transparent, but a few parts of his shirt is actually transparent. So you can see down here, this is kind of see-through. And over here, he is missing an arm, so we only have a partial arm. And on his right side, we have an arm that's semi-transparent. So down here on the bottom, it is opaque, but up here on the top near the shoulders, it's transparent. And of course down here, his shoes is transparent, so it makes it look like he is kind of floating. And so here he is. I think he looks fantastic. Oh my goodness. This was so much fun to make. So now we have 4 characters. Which one is your favorite? Do you like the clay figures or do you like our brand new resin figure? And if you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!